Testing, testing, can you hear me? Testing, testing, can you hear me? Okay. The answer is yes. I'm gonna pause this and see how loud. One second. Pause this and see how loud. Okay. Boom, boom. Looking. I'm just looking. Today's one of those days. I'm quite unsure. Quite unsure. We've made higher highs and higher lows on the daily, albeit small and rangy. We're coming up to this imbalance area. We know there have been sellers up here somewhere. But at the same time, this is the third time we're coming back into it. We're in an uptrend on the hourly. We've held that. Demand is held so far. I really don't want to trade like any of this demand in here, even though it even held yesterday. I mean, it's just, ugh. It just not. It's not good demand, right? So, and even our, I don't know, man. Trying to think. We'll probably wait, take some opening clues. We're gapped up 28 points too. If we hold around there, you know, a gap like that, most likely to continue. But, I don't know. Quite confusing day we've had. Really, what ended up turning into just a huge range day yesterday. We were bearish until the supply failed here. We thought we could push a little lower. We didn't. But we did catch a nice trade there. Once this broke, we figured we could go through this top one because it was just a retest of older supply. We did, and then we got some news. And we've been grinding up all night since then. What was this? Oh, that's just the open, huh? A lot of volume on that single for overnight right there. Right below. Maybe we try to fill some sort of gap-a-rooney. No, because that'd be too far if we want to continue. If we start doing that, I don't know. Boom. Trump aides are reportedly looking for ways to scale back Canada-Mexico tariffs, possibly limiting tariffs to steel and aluminum, and exempting key sectors like oil. Yeah, of course he won't go through what he said. What a terrible negotiator. Trump also said the tariffs are because of fentanyl. The market liked this as they now see them as deterrents, which will not come to fruition. PC in line. Personal spending is strong. Everything looks good. Neato. Oh, I guess I'm not really seeing anything today. I'm not really feeling anything today. Had to guess. I think maybe we grind up to the highs. Meaning we break through the supply we're in and we just kind of grind up here somewhere. But also, you know, there have been sellers up here. We're coming into them now for like the third time. Could be considered weaker. They are considered weaker. As far as demand below, there's none of this demand on the hourly looks anything great. Maybe we would use like yesterday's low area. What did that look like? Yeah, like yesterday's low area. But even that is a retest of the prior day's low area. I think we'll try to bias long and yeah, we'll also see what happens off the open. Wants to break down. I really don't. I'm not sure. Gapped up this much. Most likely we continue higher. Combined with the fact we're in an uptrend on the hourly. That's what I'm kind of leaning on today. Mixed info though, mixed information. Kind of a iffy day. Nothing too crazy. Get it out. Like we're falling off. Well, we gotta take out this 5-minute demand right here, this swing low. And all this above us is just like, none of it is, it's all retested supply. And all below us is all retested demand, so just a waiting game. 10 minutes till the open. If I don't get a trade early, I might just call it for a Friday. Don't like the location prices in currently. It's a rainy, gloomy morning. It's kind of my favorite mornings. They're so cozy. I was really sore yesterday, so I did yoga to stretch out, and I'm even more sore today. Chicago PMI at 8:45. Nothing too much on the agenda today. 25 points up. It looks like going a little lower right now. I think yesterday pointed right where the buyers were. So if they're a little bit higher to continue this trend, somewhere like 50%, maybe look for a pullback around here. That's about 10 points. That would still leave us gapped up 15 points. A continuation, maybe. I don't know what I'm playing off of. But probabilities are pretty split today, so be careful. Sometimes looking back at previous days that are similar, it's like, okay, 3 out of the 4 days, we go straight down. So that's like what I'm going to think. That's going to be my bias. And then today it's like, well, we range, we went straight up, we went straight down, and we ranged. So no idea. It's one of those no idea days. Be right back a second. The chill Friday vibes. Found buyers off that demand there. This really looks like pretty decent demand, right? Stopped the market here. Kept, bounces straight back up. It would make sense to have a few buyers there. If we want to go lower, we could find something right here. And then I might look to take some longs down here if we get there. But as far as today goes, I'm not working with as many probabilities as, meaning I'm not so confident about today. We're going to hang it off. We're in an hourly uptrend. We're gapped up. Those are bullish probabilities. Oh, this is the open actually right now. Okay. 8:30. Let's see what we do. Came back to supply. Kind of in this range now on the 5-minute. The idea is we haven't seen a reaction off these sellers. We've just been eating into them. So perhaps the sellers are higher. This upper zone is just a retest of like the all-time high area. So I'm not giving it too much weight. But just like yesterday, I was wrong about that. I was wrong about this zone. I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't put too much weight into this. But that was the buyers. We'll see what happens. Slight long bias, but don't have too many probabilities today. I want to see how the open forms up. I want to see how this plays out. We're just in a weird area. Price is in a weird area. Perfect little range trades this morning. You're into that stuff. 30 points above yesterday's close. That's bullish. bullish days can either push down off the open. I'm not even going to say that. Never mind. I was going to say they could push down or push up, but obviously. Boom, boom. Ideally, like to see us do a little push down, a little lower, and see if we get some demand to form. I don't want to start seeing us get too close to yesterday's gap. That means we just gave it all back. As far as like the daily, we had the big bear candle, and you know, we made a higher low. The next day we made a higher low and a higher high. The next day we made a higher low and a higher high. Now we gapped up, perhaps breaking out of the structure. That's why I want to keep in mind that this upper supply is all retested. So, not saying we're going to make all-time highs today. That's pretty far away. But I wouldn't be surprised if it wants to push that. At the same time, I'm pretty unsure about today. I don't have a strong bias coming in the morning. I'm leaning long. Boom, boom, boom. If we can break these lows, we'll start a little, little 5-minute downtrend. We'll see if we can get that to show us some signs of demand. A little bit lower I would like. Slightly leaning long bias today because of the hourly uptrend and because we gapped up. Also, the past several days we've made, well, hourly uptrend pretty much, you know, higher highs and higher lows. Oh man, I'm feeling it today. I'm tired. My body's tired. Oh, my brain is fried. Oh gosh. Still in this range. We start going up, I'll probably look for a demand to buy. If we start breaking down, I'll wait until the trend breaks and then look for a buy lower. Depending on the morning shapes up, might be early day. Okay. I want to break out of this range before we make a decision. When price is forming up, in my head, I'm just imagining the scenarios that could play out and what I'd like to see. Where would it make sense to go? We'll see if we break these highs, we'll see. I want to see strength from the buyers. But we're in this range right now. I was saying I don't have a lot of probabilities today. Looks like we're just going to lean on the hourly uptrend. We're going to lean on us being gapped up. Gap up over 25 points. Most likely continues. We are coming up into our supply. But this supply didn't really give us much of a reaction. We've eaten most of the way through it now. Still there, but haven't seen anything from it yet. Then this upper supply, that's just a retest of retest of retest of retest. So this upper bound of all-time high has just been retested several times. So is it resistance? Yeah. Is it supply? Yeah, I'm not the most positive about that. But just like yesterday, we said, I don't think this is the real buyers, but it ended up being the real buyers. Only thing I looked out for is 3 minutes is Chicago PMI. I don't think it'll do anything to the markets, really. Still in this 5-minute range. Broke the recent highs, though. weekend coming up. Let's see. What are my plans? Nothing. Clean up. I gotta catch up on some laundry. It's raining today, so the doggies' paws are all muddy, and they already got my bed muddy. Within 30 minutes of waking up. I gotta clean all that up. What are we thinking, market? What are we thinking? Happy morning. Top of the morning to you. Yeah, still gonna chill in here, huh? Today's gonna be a video game day. So we were talking about how, as far as day probabilities, we don't really have much going in our favor. Pretty split. So I have nothing there to lean on. So I'm leaning on the basics today. We're in an uptrend on the hourly. We're in the bottom half of our range on that uptrend. I think the supply in the market is all been, or I know it has all been tested. Therefore, it's not something that I would sell off of. Not saying price can't sell off of it, but I think, and then on top of that, 30-point gap coming into the open most likely continues. I'm seeing if we can break out of this range, maybe get a retest of a demand level to go long. Ideally, I wanted price to come a little lower, but if it holds up, it holds up.
Okay, stop. It's done. Really? On one condition. Sure. You tell my family I love them. If I give you this pay raise, it'll come out of my paycheck, which means I won't be able to provide for my family the way I want to, and I can't live with that. So,
I don't want the raise. Boom. Good morning, Yuki. How are you? Happy Friday indeed. Any weekend plans? I just have laundry to catch up on. The doggy's paws are all muddy because it's raining today. Yes, I'm talking about you. And now my bed is all muddy. So that'll be fun. I was just saying earlier that I feel like there's no day probabilities for me today. The things I'm leaning on is gapping up 30 points. Most likely we continue. Also, we're in an hourly uptrend. And I think the supply above us is weakened. Well, I know it's been weakened because it's been tested. But we'll see. I might throw out a buy if we get some sort of demand set up. If we can break this range we're in currently. If not, if nothing shapes up fairly soon in the morning, I might just call it for the weekend. Are you doing any trading today? Struggling in this range, though. Looks really choppy, but if you look at the 5-minute, we have been going up, holding demand this whole way so far. Nothing much planned. Pretty boring life for me. Hey, man, I would agree with that. I probably live quite boring. I love it. I love being boring. Seems choppy today. Yep. But I always like to take at least one. Yep. It's good, especially I don't know how experienced you are or whatever, but if you're still learning, still trying to get into that groove, taking trades is, at the end of the day, it's training you in your emotions, it's training you in your discipline. Win or lose, don't walk away from a losing day thinking, oh my gosh, I just lost money. There were also things that you hopefully learned, and even just doing it, even just the act of entering and exiting trades, that gets the heartbeat going, so just getting used to that, getting those repetitions in, like building a muscle. The more reps you do, the stronger it'll get. I've heard Derek tell me all week, gonna trip. We're doing it. Called me last night. He was like, hey, we're doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. It's still early. It's only 9, but over under. High is 130. High is 130. Still gotta break that. I'm definitely still learning. I've enjoyed your streams a lot. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate listening to your perspective on things. Yeah, thanks. I hope there's some things to take away. That's the idea. And I'm trying to showcase more realistic standards, right? A couple micros. We still, I think, I'll have to look. This combine is up like $700 since I started streaming. I mean, that's a realistic expectation from the market. You know, these people are throwing in these crazy numbers. That's just not. Nobody does that. Maybe we'll do something like that. I don't like that either. That's more of this. There's our strength. Our strength we were asking for. I don't like this either. This is probably what it is. We don't even need that. It doesn't help us at all. Now looking for demand. This area here would be like a resistance becomes support area. This is demand in here. So we go foreign demand go up, retest it, foreign demand go up, retest it, foreign demand go up. Kind of a big demand area. Actually, it's only 6 points. Okay. Maybe take a stab in there. Derek is lame. Yeah. No, he is lame, you know. I hope he's watching. No, he's a good guy. I like having him because he asks a lot of good questions. We also took out this supply here. Didn't give us much of a reaction. Now we're looking up here. But like we said, this is a retest of a retest of a retest. We're getting we'll see what happens. Can it leave us behind? Perhaps. Perhaps. All this last price action the last couple days has been kind of gross. Not a fan of it. One kind of way to... Oh, if you're still there, could you answer if the music is too loud or is it... Perfect. I adjusted some sliders like a DJ. Not really. I moved a bar up, down slightly. Oh, cool, cool. Rainy out. This music vibes perfectly with the outside vibes right now. And the market vibes. It's all just a vibe. Oh, goodbye, market. I hope you have a fun trip up without me. We'll see. We'll see if it comes back for us. further it goes without us, though, the less willing I am to chase it. Are tariffs coming tomorrow? What do we think? It's so fun trying to play. Are we gonna do what we said we're gonna do or not, game? It is that I don't want to. That's one of my hobbies, I guess you can say, is following politics. But it's not something I'll get into on stream. But yeah, it is quite craziness. Wrong push up. Like we were talking about on the daily earlier this morning. We're kind of like slightly making higher highs, slightly making lower lows. So we could break out of that. Which it looks like kind of what we're doing. We have the 150s to potentially deal with. But like we were saying, that's a retest of a retest of a retest. That was weird. Boom, boom. Let's see. Test. Let's see. Okay. It's funny. OBS disconnected, and then it was like, I look over and like the YouTube studio, like excellent connection. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? See if we get any sort of pullback. don't want it to go too crazy. I'm alive again. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I have Starlink, so it could be just a satellite. Oh gosh, where'd my satellite go? Pricey, where you going? Well, darn. We'll have a chance for a pullback. Fucked right back up. There she goes. There she goes. Leaving us behind. Not a care in the world, market. Not a care in the world. You don't care how it makes me feel. All right. Be one of those Fridays that just go straight up all day. But that's part of the game. Part of the game. At the end of the day, I'm pretty satisfied with the trading day if I can have a decent read on the market. Yesterday was a little rough. Papi. Just letting the doggies out. Get more mud on their paws. Ah, she's going again. Ah, feels bad. No real entry. I mean, we could have, once we went on this up candle right here, we could have bought this retest. But that was a little aggressive. We were in that sideways range. But that would have been our buy probably. It painted a slightly different picture, or the supply was slightly higher. It would have been a decent long, at least to get back to the top of the range. Now I kind of missed my opportunity because on the hourly trend currently we're kind of right in the middle, coming into the top portion, which is our sell bias portion of the range. So the opportunity was right down at the beginning of the day. Well, well, well. All right, I'm just going to probably leave it at that. Looks like we missed. If this pullback here would have came a little deeper, maybe we would have taken a stab. For the plan later, looking above us, we have the 150s. Like I said, that's all retests of the all-time highs. Possibility that we go through it. I wouldn't be looking for shorts really, unless we make it way up here. But if we get some sort of flush down, quick flush into some demand, I'll probably take that long just to give a little attempt. But looks like it's going to be one of those Fridays. So enjoy your weekend. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, so I won't be on early on Monday. I'll be on later.